There's a memory you've analyzed 100 times. You understand it. You could explain exactly what it did to you and why. And it still runs you. The voice that drops on pricing calls, the brace before you're visible. Understanding never touched it. The gap between understanding a memory and being free of it is exactly what EMDR is built for. Let me explain what it is without the jargon. I'm Andrea Smith, a clinical therapist with 25 years in practice. EMDR is one of the 3 approaches I work with alongside CBT and clinical hypnotherapy. EMDR stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. It was developed in the late 1980s by a psychologist, Francine Shapiro, and is recommended by NICE, the UK's health guidance body, and by the World Health Organization, WHO, for the treatment of trauma. Those recommendations matter because EMDR looks unusual from the outside. And I'd rather you judge it by its evidence base than its appearance. Here's the mechanism in plain language. Most memories get processed and filed. They become things that happened. But some experiences, the overwhelming ones, get stored differently, frozen with original emotions, the original body response, the original conclusion still attached. I'm not safe. Wanting is dangerous. Don't be seen. Years later, something in your business brushes against that stored material, such as a pricing conversation or a moment of visibility. And the old response fires as if it were happening now. That's not weakness. That's a filing problem. In EMDR, you hold the memory lightly in the mind, while I guide a bilateral stimulation, typically side-to-side eye movements or alternating taps. This appears to engage the same processing the brain uses naturally during REM sleep, allowing the frozen memory to finally be filed properly. The memory stays. You will always remember what happened, but the charge against it goes. You remember it, and it stops remembering you. Now, why does a therapist who works with female founders use trauma therapy? Because in 25 years of casework, the patterns that cap revenue, the undercharging, the hiding, the inability to stop are never random. Each one grows from a survival route, and every route was installed by experiences, often small ones, repeated. The criticized child, the home where money meant conflict. Most approaches manage the symptom. You learn scripts for pricing calls and techniques for visibility, and they help until pressure rises and the root fries anyway. EMDR is one of the few tools that works on experiences themselves, not managing the pattern, revising what taught your nervous system the pattern was necessary. A few practicalities. EMDR is structured an 8-phase protocol. We never dive into your hardest material on day 1. The earlier phases builds the history, the stability, the resourcing, so your system is ready before any processing begins. You stay awake and aware and in control throughout. This is not hypnosis. You can stop at any point. It works online. I work with clients over video Zoom calls across the UK and internationally using visual or audio audio bilateral stimulation. And the evidence for remote EMDR is well established. It's not a magic wand. Some patterns shift in a few sessions. The deeper material takes longer. What I can tell you from 25 years is that when the root memory reprocesses, the change holds because you're no longer managing the pattern. The pattern has nothing left to stand on. So if you've recognized this in yourself, the pattern you understand completely, but still can't shift, EMDR may be the missing piece. Use the button below to get in touch, and we'll talk about whether it's a right fit for you. No pressure, just a conversation. Also, on this website is my free inner critic scorecard, which identifies in 3 minutes 9 patterns, and the one costing you the most, usually the one you can't see. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.